If you're looking for a solution to start screen recording, OBS Studio is one of the programs you must have heard of. But how exactly do you use it? My name is Yadullah, you're watching Candid.Technology, and in this video we're talking about how you can get started with OBS Studio to record your screen. Screen recording is one of the most basic OBS functions that you will be using the program for. How to do this? Just open OBS. I'm recording this on OBS, so I'm just going to launch another instance right here. And I will switch to my software. Alright, so let me go to a new scene and delete this. So when you open OBS for the first time, this is what it's going to look like. You will have probably nothing here and definitely nothing in the sources. For example, even if I create a new scene and let's say I call it new scene, this is probably what your OBS window looks like currently. There are no sources, there's nothing in the audio mixer, you don't know what transitions are, and then they are just start screaming recording buttons. The first thing is to click this plus icon in the sources and then select window capture or display capture based on what you're trying to capture. If you're trying to capture a specific window which is not a game, you go with window capture. But if you're trying to capture your whole display like what I am showing you here, you can see everything, you can see my taskbar, my wallpaper and everything else, you go ahead with display capture. Click on that. You can give it a name or you can just let it be. So I will call it monitor 1, and as you can see, we now have the setup complete. That's basically it. So there are two things you need to keep in mind. Capture method, please just let it be automatic. That's going to get you the best performance unless you already know what you're doing, in which case you wouldn't be watching this video. Leave this at automatic. Display is, of course, you can select which display you want. So this is my laptop's display, this is the MSI monitor that I use. So you can have the option to capture the cursor. So as you can see, the cursor now disappears, but if I check it back again, you can see the cursor. And then you can force SDR recordings if you don't want to record in HDR for whatever reason. But once you're done setting it up, go ahead and click OK. And now, as you can see, you have your monitor on the canvas, whatever, and then you can resize it, do whatever you want with it, essentially. Another setting that you should want to check out is if you go to File and then Settings. In here, you go to Output, actually Video. Just make sure that your base and scale resolution is set to what you want. I'm using a 1080p monitor, so my base and output resolution is set to 1080p. The output resolution is very important. So if, for example, you're shooting on a 1080p monitor but you want to record in 4K, you would set this to a higher value. But in my case, 1080p is just fine. You can have a downscale filter if the resolutions are different, and then you can have a different FPS value set if that's what you want to do. 60 is good enough for me, so I'm good to go. Just make sure this is working fine and the resolution is set to what you want, otherwise you're gonna have problems later. So now you're pretty much ready to start recording. Your monitor is up here, you can see what's on the display. Click on start recording and you'll be good to go, but this will not be picking up any audio cues. So how do we do that? Well, once again, you come down, click on this plus icon under sources, and the first thing that you do is you add a audio source, which is an audio input capture and an audio output capture. You can try application audio capture, but this is in beta and it hasn't worked very well for me, so I would advise you to steer clear. Input is of course your mic, and output capture is whatever sounds your PC is producing. So we're going to take that. Once again, you can name it anything that you want and put it here. Then you can select your device. So I am using my speakers. You can just leave it at default, that also works in most cases. Go ahead and click OK, and now you will see this bar appear. So now if I play any audio on my system, for example, if I just go here and try changing the volume, you can see that the bar is responding. And then of course, if you want to add a mic input, you can go ahead and do this using audio input capture. Same thing, select your mic. I'm just going to leave it at default. Come back here and click OK. And now you can see as I'm talking, my audio is being captured, and well, you can check the levels and do whatever you want with it. You can use these sliders to increase or decrease the level of volume. And that's it. That is the basics of everything you need to know about starting screen recordings with OBS. If you like these videos, consider subscribing, give us a thumbs up, press the bell icon, and tell us in the comments below if we were able to help you out. If you'd like to know more about tech, visit our website Candid.Technology, follow us on social media, follow me on Instagram or Twitter, and we will see you in the next video.